Hey guys, welcome. In this video, I want to give a quick tutorial on Uddiyana Bandha from a pure anatomical alignment-based perspective, right? Not a pranayama practice, not a traditional yoga practice, but from a true anatomy alignment focus. Because I think it tends to get taught or practiced not as efficient as it should. A lot of times we talk about Uddiyana Bandha as the belly lock, right? Or the belly core lock, but we mainly just focus on drawing the belly in, which is good, right? Because at least we got part of the core working. But the core is a cylinder around the spine. So you have like a cylinder, or think of like a can around the spine. And with a can, right, if the entire circumference circumference of the can is stable, it can take a lot of weight. But if there's a dent in the can anywhere, that dent leads to instability, and now the can has lost its structure and its stability. So by just drawing one side in, we're not working the entire circumference. So we've lost the integrity of the actual core. Another way to kind of look at it is the role of the belly, the anterior abdominals, so the front side, right? The most what people think about when they talk about core, they think the front. The role of that is to forward fold, or it's to round the spine. The role of the back is to extend the spine or take it into a back bend. The sides clamp down, and there's some rotational component to it. So looking at the belly's role is to flatten the back, or it's to round the back. So it's a forward fold around it. If I was to just take, we're just working front and back. We're not even worried about sides at this point. And I want to clamp down. Like if I'm working some wood, right? And this is the front, this is my belly, this is the back. But this is a piece of wood, just imagine it. And I'm putting it in a vise, right? Or a clamp. And I want to do something to this. I want to be able to rotate this together. Or let's say I want to be able to carve up here, or cut up here, or drill here. And I want to make sure this thing is stable and not moving. Well, in the clamp, in the vise, would I just work one side and that this side kind of be limp? No, if I'm pressing all this pressure and this side is kind of limp, right, the back side's not working. What I want, the way a clamp works, is equal pressure from both sides. So that way it's stable. And now I can rotate here. I can bend and go back as long as stuff's working. I can move my arms. I can move my legs. Everything is working, but I'm stable. Right? Because if I tried to cut a piece of wood with only one side of the vise working, this thing's just going to jostle, and then all of a sudden the wood's going to fall out of the vise, and my whole project is going to be ruined. But the nice thing about the core is that your most likely body's not going to be absolutely ruined by just turning on your belly. But what I want to talk about, what I want to drive home, is we need to make sure that we don't just focus belly, we also work back and we work the sides. So when I cue Uddiyana Bandha, right? In any pose, I'll just use it in crescent pose for when I'm here. I want you to feel the natural curve in your lower back. Hug the belly in as much as you can without changing the shape. Take the sideways in, like you're photoshopping your waist, getting bikini ready with the waist, in and lift up toward the ceiling. That is the true circumference now is working. Because if I just focused on the belly, my back's going to flatten. If I just focus on the back, I'm here, this isn't working. If I'm just focused on the sides, right, front and back's not working. So it's belly in, keep a natural curve in your back. Sideways in, lift up. Cinch in, lift up. What I get a lot of times is people will say, I can't feel the back muscles working. If your back stays in its natural state and you are hugging your belly in as much as you can, more than likely these muscles are firing and you just can't feel it, right? Because when these just turn on without these, the back flattens. When these work and these don't, the belly presses out, the back comes into this curve. So if I keep my natural curve, I hug my belly in and this doesn't move, even if I can't feel it, those muscles have to be working or else I would look like this. Okay? So try it. Next time you're in poses, belly draws in without changing the shape in your lower back. Sideways cinches in, like you're putting on a corset. Everything lifts up. And for those guys out there that are going to say, well, I've never put on a corset, you can imagine what a corset feels like of cinching in, lifting up, right? Good. Try it out. Namaste.